Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to another episode of Still Becoming. I'm Candace, and just FYI, I am recording outside today, so if you hear some background noise, I apologize. The reason why I'm recording outside is because it's actually a nice overcast and cool day here in West Texas, and that is very few and far between, so I try to enjoy it while I can. But let's go ahead and get started. I want to let you know that if you're new here, this is your space to pause, breathe, and remember that life isn't about rushing to some perfect finish line. It's about unfolding gently, layer by layer, into who we're becoming. So today I want to dive into something that hits home for so many of us, maybe even for you right now. It's this idea of letting people not like you. I know it sounds terrifying at first, doesn't it? Like, wait a second, am I allowed to do that? Here's a spoiler, though. Yes, you are. And more than that, it's one of the most liberating steps you can take on your growth journey. Because the truth is, you don't need everyone's approval to live free, to live authentically, to live joyfully. What you need is permission to be yourself, even if that means not everyone claps for you along the way. So let's walk into this together. I want you to think about the first time you realized someone didn't like you. Maybe it was a kid on the playground who didn't want to play with you. Maybe it was in high school when a group whispered about you. Or maybe it was last week when a coworker rolled their eyes at something you said. That sting, that's universal. And for many of us, that sting became a script. If I can just make everyone like me, then I'll be safe. Then I'll belong. Then I'll be enough. Here's the thing, though. When we chase universal approval, we give up our authenticity. We say yes when we want to scream no. We bend ourselves into shapes that don't fit us. We wear masks that eventually start to suffocate us. And it's sneaky, right? Because people-pleasing often looks like kindness. It looks like helpfulness. It looks like being the easygoing one or the always there one. But deep down, what's really happening is we're trading our peace for temporary approval. Let me tell you a couple quick stories as an example in my own life. So I was married for about 15 years. And growing up, let's start there. Growing up, I was always the peacemaker, always walking on eggshells, always afraid of upsetting someone, always wanting them to love me, to feel belong. And so I would do anything, I would do anything to keep the peace. So that tended to go on through adulthood. And then when I got married, I became what my spouse wanted. I wasn't folding the clothes the right way in the laundry, so I learned to do that, quote unquote, the right way. The way I did dishes wasn't right, so I wanted to please this person, so I changed that. I bent myself into so many directions just because I was afraid of not being loved, of being rejected. Now, that eventually passed, and I'm no longer with that individual, but I also wanted to share an example of I've had more than one friend come to me and say, "You're the only person I can really be me with." And that makes me so sad. That makes me so sad that you have to put on this mask with all these different friends or friend groups or coworkers or whatever it is, that there's only one person in your life that you feel that you can be truthful with, that's going to love you no matter what, that you can be you. That needs to change. So I'm not going to keep going into that a lot, but those are just a couple of examples. But I want to tell you, I remember walking away from these moments and thinking, why is this happening? Was it really what I wanted? Was it really what they wanted? Or was it what I thought they needed from me? That's when I realized I wasn't making choices from a place of intuition. I was making choices from a place of fear. So what if, just imagine for a moment, you stop trying to make everyone like you. Here's what happens. You get free to choose rest when you're tired. You get honest about what you want and what you don't. You get real with yourself and with the people who actually love you for you. Now, I know the thought of someone not liking you might bring up anxiety. It always has for me. But here's a reframe. Their opinion of you is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their lens. And you were never put on this earth to manage everyone's emotional thermostat. Some people won't understand you. Some people won't vibe with your choices. Some people might even misjudge you. But that's not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your freedom. And ironically, when you let go of trying to be liked, you ought to become more magnetic. Why? Because authenticity has a gravity all its own. People are drawn to someone who knows who they are, not someone who shape-shifts to fit every room they walk into. So, let's get practical now. I want to leave you with some gentle but powerful practices you can carry with you this week. These aren't about becoming fearless overnight. They're about building little pockets of courage that add up to freedom. So, before you say yes, pause. Take one deep breath. Ask yourself, am I doing this from fear or of rejection or from love for myself? If it's fear, pause. If it's love, go for it. Now I want you to literally write this down. Today I give myself permission to fill in the blank. Maybe it's to say no to extra work. Maybe it's wear what I actually like. Maybe it's take a nap without guilt. Now stick it on your fridge, your mirror, or your journal. And then this week I challenge you to say no just once, where you normally say yes, to keep the peace. Notice how it feels. Notice the world doesn't fall apart. Notice how you breathe a little easier. You see, each time you show up authentically, even in tiny ways, celebrate it. Write it down. Dance it out. Whisper a thank you to yourself. Progress is worth celebrating. So let's slow down together. If you're able, close your eyes. Place one hand on your heart. Feel it beating. It's yours. Take a deep breath in and release it slowly. Inhale. I release the need for approval. Exhale. I step into my truth. Again. Inhale. Freedom. Exhale others' expectations. Picture yourself standing tall, roots deep in the earth, branches reaching toward the sky. Some people may not like your shape, your growth, your direction, and that's okay. You are not here for them. You are here to become the fullest version of you. Let that truth settle into your bones. I am enough. I am free. I am still becoming.